Welcome to another episode of Cabin Cooking. In today's episode, we're going to be reusing the fat that we had left over when we were making the rice pockets. Today I'm going to be sauteing some onions, and I'm going to be adding some bacon. And I'm not sure quite yet what the rest of our meal is going to be. So you're just going to have to stay with me and see what we're going to be having to dinner today here at Murray Lake. All right, let's see how these onions are doing. Nicely sauteing. Starting to get a little bit hot in here. To be quite honest, I wear quite little in the cabin. It's so warm, so I'm usually wearing a pretty light outfit, and sometimes even opening the door. And what does opening the door look like? It's winter here. There's our shed full of wood and our snow cat. We can't drive in. It's actually fairly warm. It's above zero, which is very unusual for this time of year. We usually have 3-4 feet of snow, and it's usually that's the heat coming from the cabin. You can see that's our heat letting out. It's usually minus 15, minus 5 at least, sometimes down to minus 30, but very warm this year. All right, back to cooking. So I've decided to cut up some bacon to add to our dish. I often work by candlelight, so we've got our bacon all chopped up. So we're going to add this to the onions that are frying in the background. Onions are frying nicely. We're gonna add our bacon here. Just in time, starting to need a little bit of extra fat. So we'll continue to saute that. I might go cut some more up. My man likes his meat. As much as he likes to say he's healthy, not saying that meat isn't healthy before any of you people out there say anything about that. Just saying that everything in moderation. That's my understanding. I've been raw vegan, and I've been full-on carnivorous, cheese-eating meat eater. So I've experienced all spectrums, and I've come to understand that everything in moderation. So if you can stick to that, you'll be all right. All right, decided to put a little bit more in. Now, there's not a lot of technological advancement things to do here in the cabin. Yeah, sure, I have my phone here, and we do have a generator to charge things up, but I stay off my phone mostly. I draw, I create. Some people wonder what I do up here all day long. I make yummy foods while my man is actually constructing a new cabin, a modern cabin. So this one that we're in we're off grid, so this one's a dry cabin. We carry water in. Yeah, we use an outhouse. We hand wash everything. We have this wood burning cook stove. And hey, well, why don't I show you the house he's building? Yeah, it's been a big project. So there are some solar panels up there, and so this is true living off grid, pulling in solar power. Scott pretty much built this himself. He did help the framing crew and the roofing crew, but he's doing most of the labor himself. So while he's in there building away, I'm happy to make him some yummy food so he can be warm on the way in, and his tummy can be happy after a long, hard day at work. All right, let's see how the bacon's going. Takes a bit of work to go outside. You got to put some shoes on so you don't get your feet wet. And then you got to take the shoes off so you don't get the floor wet. So there's a bit of a process. This is starting to look good. I'm sure Scott's tummy's going to be going, oh, yum, yum, yum. All right. Gonna let that simmer while I prepare some potatoes and some cauliflower. And so today we're gonna have cheesy potatoes and cauliflower with these delicious caramelized onions and fried bacon. Yum. All right, I decided that today we're gonna have the peel on because I don't feel like peeling it. That's how we roll over here. We eat what I feel like making and what my body decides that I can handle making while I'm up here in recovery. Well, I got my pot out, just filling it up, making some room for some cauliflower that's waiting in the wings. This guy's got a big core. Got to clean him up a bit. He got a little bit wilty, and time to check on those onions and bacon. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. That'll be making Scott's little belly happy. And mine. I like bacon. I'm one of those vegetarians that likes fish and bacon and other vegetables. That's what Scott always says. I'm a vegetarian too. I like fish, chicken, bacon, and other vegetables. All right. That's looking good. All right, does that look like enough cauliflower? I think I'm going to add a little bit more there. All right, looks like the bacon and the onions are they're playing well together. That's looking mighty tasty. And the potatoes and cauliflower are ready. They're going to be on a little bit of a steam journey. Just going to get a lid and cover it and let that come to a boil and steam our little veggies. And time to grate some cheese to put over the potatoes and cauliflower when they're done. All right, got ourselves some cheese all grated. That's probably enough, but Scott always says there's never enough cheese, or you can never have too much cheese. He's definitely my little cheese monster. So that'll be waiting until the rest of the food is done. Well, the bacon's definitely coming along nicely. Scott likes his bacon. I like my bacon crispy. He just likes his bacon any old way. So this is actually starting to look like it's going to be coming off the heat pretty soon. I'm hearing some rattling. Let's take a look at here. The water's starting to look like it's, yeah, there's some bubbling going on, so that's going to start steaming a bit. And then I'm going to finish it off with a bit of pan fry. Food evolves as the day progresses here, and based on my energy moods. And so I'm going to be finishing off the steamed potatoes and cauliflower in this bacon fat. And then we'll see what happens after that. Oh, it's reached that bubbly, frothy stage. I think it is time to take them off. Some of you may agree, some of you may not. We all like our bacon a little bit different. But for us, this is about ready to be removed from the heat. So I need to go get my glove. All right, let's take it off the heat. Put it over here. While these guys do their thing. Move them over a bit. The last of the bacon off. More there.
that's what the cauliflower is going to go fried in. Alright, so while I'm waiting for the cauliflower and the potatoes to cook, I'm draining the onions and the bacon. I know some people think that bacon isn't healthy and others think that it's the best thing in the world. You decide, it's your body. As I said before, I've been a raw vegan and I've been a meat eater, and I really think it's more about what makes you feel good. And if you're feeling great and you're looking good and you're fit and you're moving about, then that's all that matters. Doesn't matter whether it's bacon or a carrot. Enjoy yourself. Well, it looks like the potatoes and cauliflower are just about cooked here. And yes, I know that this is for spaghetti, that's quite obvious, but it's also for other things. And here, you know, you have to wash everything, and you don't want to be washing too many dishes if you're bringing in your water, so everything has multi-purpose. Alright, I'm going to go test some of this potato and see if it's ready. Well, the potatoes are still a little bit hard, so I'm going to be covering them and then just moving them onto a lower heat so that they can kind of steam cook all by themselves, not so rapid boil. Potatoes are resting. We have our extra bacon fat here, and we have our bacon draining here to transfer the stuff and finish it off in the saute pan. Now I've got the potatoes and the cauliflower. Oops, runaway potato. Sizzling, that's very hot. That's the sizzle of the wood burning stovetop. All of this is hot, hot, hot. I'm going to be careful around here. So this is going to sizzle fry on here a bit. We're going to finish it off in the bacon and onion fat. And I'm just going to salt and pepper it. I'm keeping it simple today because I didn't sleep well. So making it easy peasy for me and tasty for Scott. It's pretty hot in the cabin, so I'm going to open a door and let some fresh air in. There's that cute little snow cat again. There's more than one way to check the fire. That's all hot, so I use tools. So there's the fire. Looks like we could use another piece of wood. I don't normally put wood in this way, but it is another way to stoke the fire. Alright, let's see how this is doing. This is browning nicely. My visions this morning about this meal started very different than how it's unfolding. That's the beauty of cabin cooking. You look at what you have in the cooler, see what you have in the cupboards, what you feel like making, what you feel like doing, throw it all together. Well, obviously it's the same as in the city, but here we have limited resources, so you don't want to be wasting food, but you also don't want to make too much food so that you don't have to be refrigerating it, storing it. Until we are in the solar cabin and we have refrigeration, we have to pay attention to what we bring and its spoilage factor. Alright, I've thrown in some S&P and looking pretty good. It's starting to brown really nicely. The veggies are al dente, and so I'm pretty happy with them. I'm going to take them off the heat. And then, when Scott's ready to come in, I'm going to throw over the, well, you'll see what I'll do. right. Put the bacon and onion on there. Getting our cheese. And we're gonna pop it in the oven to finish it off. All right, I had to add extra cheese because Scott says there's never enough. So now that's ready to pop into the oven. Let's have a look. Oh, looks really good. Scott's in for dinner, so it's time for dinner. Let's have a look at this and see what it looks like. Oh, cheesy goodness. Just like Scott likes. Would you like a little more? How's that for now? Perfect. Great. Well, everyone, that was baked potato and cauliflower with sauteed golden onions and bacon with, of course, lots of cheese. So until next time, this was cabin cooking. So this is the dry cabin. The stove. Bed in the corner, window, some storage, and the front door.